I'm just a guy who loves Disney that has way too much time on his hands. If anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I'm here to rate, review, and describe all of your favorite things from the magical world of Disney. I'm File91e and welcome to my Disney News and Reviews. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Disney News and Reviews. I'm File91e. I got this really awesome thing in the mail this week. It was my spring edition 2012 of D23. I did an unboxing. That should be coming up soon after this. It's really cool. It came with a 23-month calendar with all kinds of concept art from all the different 75 years of the Disney animation. That's what the this year's D23 was all, or this quarter's D23 was about. So that's awesome. I got my whole new renewal thing up there. So it's very cool, very cool. I was excited to get it and excited to open it and look through it, and you'll see why. And when the video is uploaded. So that's pretty cool. I saw the Hunger Games last night, midnight premiere. I know it's kind of early. I'm filming this on a Friday. This is weird. I just happened to, I guess, have some extra time, so it'll be up a little earlier instead of Sunday. So, hey, I guess that's okay with you guys, right? But you can still watch it on Sunday if you want. But yeah, I went and saw the Hunger Games. I thought it was pretty good. I hadn't read the book at all, didn't know at all what it was about, but I thought it was a really good movie. Everything was really well done. I thought it was just completely outlandish, very cool, kind of an interesting concept, almost like a Japanese battle royale sort of thing. Everybody keeps saying that it's battle royale was Japanese. You know what? Whatever. Just enjoy it and shut up, because I thought it was great. And this coming from a guy who knows completely nothing about the book, so I thought it was good. But yeah, that was my week this week. Pretty much, I have a 3-day weekend, so I'm really excited. Got to sleep in a little today, so that was nice. So just catching up on some sleep that I've been missing. Work is a killer. Anyway, so that's it for this week. Let's get right to the news. Now I have a bunch of news this week, so just bear with me, okay? Or just a lot of 3 different things. There's some new details about the brand new bowling experience coming to Downtown Disney later this year. I'm excited for this. Splitsville has tweaked its normal operations to fit Disney guest needs, and most significantly will offer bowling by the hour rather than per game. This will allow reservations for a specific time and will allow guests to more easily plan bowling around their busy Walt Disney World schedules. This is a pretty cool thing. Also confirmed is that 30 lanes will be offered, along with around 750 seats for dining and bowling booths. For food options, will include everything from chicken fingers to pizza to sushi, and will even offer breakfast. So that's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to the Splitsville thing. I love bowling, and I think I really just want to go in and see what they do. You saw that new concept art right there. That's it's awesome. The first one was the new one. The second one was the old concept art. So very, very cool. Very, very cool things there. The official Disney Parks blog has confirmed that the 3 later phases of the Art of Animation Resort will open earlier than originally planned. This full schedule looks like this. Finding Nemo, the Family Suites, will open on May 31st. Cars, the Family Suites, will open June 18th. Originally, that was July 31st. The Lion King Family Suites will open August 10th. Originally, September 30th. And the Little Mermaid Value Rooms opened September 15th, originally December 31st. This is really, really, really awesome. I'm glad that there's a lot of effort being put into this, so that's really cool. Reservations for these later phases have already opened, so check them out. So you should be able to plan and reserve a room right now. So if you go into the Walt Disney World page and everything, you should be able to do that. Also, Disney has recently been conducting several hard hat tours of the soon-to-open Art of Animation Resort. One interesting little detail that came out of this was that guest rooms feature RFID, or radio frequency ID, proximity sensors instead of the regular card swipe blocks. You know how the whole little card swipe blocks thing? This means that you can just put the card near the door and it will open. No more swiping the card. RFID is the key to the technology being planned throughout the next-gen projects at Walt Disney World, covering everything from room entry, room charging, photo pass, fast pass, park entry, and more. We last saw this system being tested at Epcot, at the Epcot turnstiles late last year. This addition to the art of animation would seem to indicate that Walt Disney World is not far away from actually implementing this on a large scale. And it would seem logical that the other resorts would follow. So I'm really interested about this whole RFID or RFID RFID system. Just the whole radio frequency thing, the kind of the touch white box. Where I work, big hospital in Baltimore, we're starting to do that now. It's starting to. There's a little chip embedded in our ID cards, and we swipe, or we don't have to swipe. We just tap, and it's really cool. They're doing this pretty much everywhere. It's becoming a new kind of a sensation sort of thing. So we'll see how it works out. I'm really looking forward to it. And finally, the expansion of the indoor seating area is now complete at the Wolfgang Puck Express in downtown Disney's Marketplace. The additional indoor seating has been gained by enclosing the former covered seating area, providing additional air-conditioned seating for the busy location. Outdoor tables still remain for those who like to dine in the fresh air. So very cool. I reviewed the Wolfgang Puck Express. I consider that probably one of the best quick service restaurants in Walt Disney World. The food's quality, and I just loved it. Compared to other restaurants, obviously, like the whole full service restaurants, obviously there are better ones, but quick service purely, this is probably your best bet. And the fact that it's on the quick service dining plan, so if you have that dining plan, you get free food, free great gourmet food, which is awesome. So yeah, that's it for the news this week. Let's get right to the reviews. Alright, like I said for the past couple weeks, I want to be trying to review kind of just a lesser thing and a newer, a good thing. Try to mix them, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get rid of the whole like really bad show, really good show. Trying to keep it kind of on an even keel sort of thing, just to make sure everybody is enjoying themselves when they watch me. So, I'm not sure if you guys are going to like these two things. I think they're pretty cool, but whatever, let's just get them out of the way. I'm actually going to be kind of reviewing each individual different thing in Innoventions, like the different little segments in Innoventions, because there's a lot of stuff in Innoventions that you might miss if you're not actually looking for it. Like Sum of All Thrills. Sum of All Thrills is the best ride that Innoventions has to offer. But there are some other really cool little things in there that get overlooked, because honestly, when you're going through Epcot, and Epcot is so big, it's hard to do everything in one day, and Innoventions kind of gets pushed down to the to the wayside. So I'm going to try to get you into Innoventions and hopefully interested in seeing some different things there, because they're doing the whole Agent P thing, and replacing the whole Kim Possible World Showcase adventure that's being replaced with Agent P. So. Perry the Platypus watching me right there. So anyway, moving on from that, the first thing I want to review today is Where's the Fire? It is in Innoventions West in Epcot, and is sponsored by Liberty Mutual. I'm sorry, it's sponsored by Liberty Mutual, and it's a fire safety video game. I wrote that down there. It's a fire safety video game sort of thing. Basically, what happens is you go in. It's this big fire area thing. You see it. You can't miss it. There's a giant fire engine right there. But yeah, Where's the Fire? You're split into two teams, red and blue, and you're competing against each other to see who can, spot all the potential fire hazard areas, in your house. And because there's different rooms and everything. Like first off, they give you these little. You go into the line, and they split you up, and then they give you these, this little tour of the house, and kind of, give you a rundown on how it works. Once you're split, you go in and you get these little flashlight things. And my brother and I actually did play this when we went down. It wasn't this past time, but the time before that, we actually played this one. So you get these little flashlight thingies, and basically you use this to scan the room that you're standing in front of. It's a giant screen, and the the flashlight actually gives you kind of an X-ray view into things. So like you're scanning around the room and you see, oh, that's potential hazardous waste. So you got to get all of the you go, hey guys, I found something, and they all the flashlights point to yours, and that's how you get points. And you score points. The most points you get wins. The more points wins. Now that is the actual main game in the area, but there's also and I think this is pretty cool. For kids 5 and under, there's this thing called Play It Safe, and because for the kids 5 and under, they have no clue what they're doing, in the game and everything. They're just going around. So they have this little area set aside for kids, and cast members actually teach them fire safety directly, like escaping the house and such sort of things. But they it's kind of a play area for them to run and jump around in there. But they actually learn something too, which is pretty cool. So I really dug that. Parked next to the house is an actual real 30-foot fire engine. Now, this fire engine was designed and built by the W.S. Darley & Company. The truck lets guests see how a pumper truck actually works. As you can see by the pictures there, it's kind of, they have like cross-section stuff, and it's pretty neat to show you just exactly what is inside a fire truck and how much stuff they can get in there. It's a very useful thing. You can actually also get your picture taken next to the fire truck free of charge by following the prompts on the touchscreen monitor right by it. You can you go right there and you take your picture. It's kind of like a really, I wouldn't say a cheap picture, but it's you can email it to your house. It's it's just a pretty cool thing. So what am I going to give the Where's the Fire? I wouldn't say pavilion. The Where's the Fire segment of Innoventions West. Comparatively, I'm going to give it a 2. It's not exactly the best thing in the world. It's not going to be the top thing to do. But as far as Innoventions goes, it's actually pretty fun. Innoventions wise, I'd give it a 4. And comparing Some of All Thrills, or no, I'm sorry, I give it a 3. Sorry, 3. It's a 3. Comparing it to Some of All Thrills, which is a 5 in Innoventions terms. In the Innoventions world, Some of All Thrills is a 5. This is a 3. Not in the whole Walt Disney World ranking. I'm not this. This isn't a 3-star attraction in the whole Walt Disney World ranking. In the whole Walt Disney World ranking, it's a 2, but in Innoventions, this is something you should see. It's a 3. Does everybody get that? Everybody understand my whole ranking system? Get it? Got it? Good. Yeah, it's just it's a fun place. It gives you something to do. You learn something, which is why I like Epcot anyway, because you're actually learning something while you ride these awesome attractions. It's just fun. My brother and I, we had a good time. There's the kids for there's the section for the little kids, and then you got that giant fire truck there, which is just fun to see because fire trucks are awesome. Let's just be honest here. So yeah, the Where's the Fire segment of Innoventions West. 2 stars in the world ranking, 3 stars in Innoventions ranking. Get it? Got it? Good. I hope y'all understood that. If you didn't, well, that's just too bad. I'm hearkening back to one of my earlier videos when somebody was like, I don't really understand exactly what you're saying. Figure it out before you video it and then you come in. Watching you, guy. Anywho, moving on. The next thing I want to review is Prince Charming's Regal Carousel. This is in Fantasyland in the Magic Kingdom. I wanted to get this out of the way just because I could, and it seemed like a good weekend to do it. Now, these guys say Prince Charming's Regal Carousel is, it's a merry-go-round, it's a minor attraction, go before 11 a.m. or after 8 p.m. Adults enjoy the beauty and the nostalgia of this ride. A beautiful ride for children, 3 stars. It opened on October 1st, 1971 with the opening of Walt Disney World. Very cool stuff. This carousel was actually originally built by the Philadelphia Toboggan Company in 1917, so it's an antique carousel. In 1967, Walt Disney purchased the handmade carousel and the horses from the Olympic Park in Maplewood, New Jersey. The original name of the carousel was Liberty, and the maidens can still be seen at the top of the carousel. And a very important note here, every horse is different. They actually handcrafted each and every single horse to be different, which is awesome. That's why this carousel is really cool. But yes, it is just a merry-go-round. Just letting you know, it is just a merry-go-round. Nothing special, too special about this. On June 1st, 2010, there was a name change. Originally called Cinderella's Golden Carousel, they changed it to Prince Charming's Regal Carousel. Why did they do that? Well, they wanted to give it a little bit of a backstory. The backstory behind it is even though you never see Cinderella ever ride a horse ever, or whatever. The whole backstory behind this is Prince Charming is training after he has found his bride in Cinderella. They went on their honeymoon and did all that stuff, but now he's training to joust, because that's what he wants to do. So in order to train and and do a little target practice, like the joust arrow through the little ring, the ring jousting, whatever it is. He built this contraption to constantly go around with these targets, and he can be able to ride a horse and still joust and be good at it. So yeah, there you go. That's the whole reason for the carousel being there. But after the whole jousting thing, they decided to come to the Magic Kingdom and give it to the Magic Kingdom. But yeah, that is the backstory behind Prince Charming's Regal Carousel. Now, there are actually conflicting stories regarding whether one of the horses on the carousel is Cinderella's horse. The horse in question is in the second rank of horses, and is the only one that has the golden bow on its tail. Now, though Cinderella is really never seen on a horse in any of the films, there still is some conflicting reports there. But as far as the employees go and the Imagineers and everything, Cinderella's horse is in the second rank of horses, and it's the only one with a golden bow on its tail in the second rank. So if you want to sit on Cinderella's horse, there you go. Locate it, and you got it. You can have the distinction of having that. Now, there are other carousels in the whole world, in the other Disney worlds. There's one in Disneyland and one in Tokyo Disneyland as well. So what am I going to give Prince Charming's Regal Carousel? Now, it is an awesome looking carousel. It is really cool. Very good for kids, because kids just love the carousel. But again, it's just a ride that spins around. It is just a merry-go-round. So in the whole realm of everything, I'm actually going to have to give this a 2. I'm sorry. Yes, I guess this is a bad show. Whatever. But I am going to have to give this a 2. I really don't recommend you get on it unless you have good, extra time on your hands. Just because there's so much else to do in the Magic Kingdom. Now, kids love this. If you're just going, if you're going down to Disney World with your kids, this is great, because kids love this attraction. I mean, it's a carousel. It's a classic amusement park attraction. You have to have a carousel if you have an amusement park. It's almost required. You have to have it in there with the whole music and everything going on in there. It's just great. But all in all, it looks great. It's an antique. It's totally worth seeing. But getting on it only if you have some spare time on your hands. So there you go. Prince Charming's Regal Carousel, 2 stars at the Magic Kingdom. But it is something to see. Pretty cool looking. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that this week. Yeah, I tried to make it an interesting show. But I wanted to get these 2 out of the way. Especially the Regal Carousel. I just thought it was something to do, because I wanted to kind of even it out from the awesome Expedition Everest show from last week. Because I've been doing some good live stuff here, and I wanted to kind of even it out, go low or whatever. I just wanted to do it, accept it, enjoy it. We can move on from this now. Jeez, stop asking me questions. Now you can ask me questions all you want. Comment section, messages, I don't care. Don't care. Yeah, so if anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I really love your stuff. I really do. And I like doing this, and other people like me doing it too. So that should just, please don't. Thanks. But yeah, if you're going to Disney World, go to allears.net, touringplans.com, wdwmagic.com for all the latest and greatest Disney news. WaltDisneyWorld.com's good too, straight from the horse's mouth stuff. You can get your reservations for the new Art of Animation Resort. See what I did there? Segway. Segway, not Segway Central from Innoventions. That's next week. Segway. Yeah, that's right. You saw where I was going with that one. So yeah, that's going to wrap up this week's edition of my Disney news and reviews. So I'll see you guys next week for another Disney news and reviews. Pow! Bye guys.